What's up, everybody? For the past 5 weeks, I have been out on the Rockstar Mayhem tour. Currently, it's about to wrap up here in Texas. Throughout the tour, I've talked with about a dozen or so different musicians about the video games that they really love, what they used to play as a kid, or just how gaming has affected their lives in general. Now, if you're new to my channel, I do all different types of gaming-related videos, everything from garage sale pickups to a show I film at a flea market in Florida with some really interesting people, to videos like this. I work for the band Korn, so when I'm out on tour, I try to put up some interesting content. So feel free to go check out some of my other stuff. And if you enjoy this video, hopefully you do, please give it a thumbs up to show your support. And in the comments section down below, I want to know from you guys, if you had a chance to sit down and play some games or talk about games with your favorite musicians or your favorite band, who would that be and what would you play? Also, if you made it out to one of the Rockstar Mayhem shows this year, let me know, did you like it? What bands did you like? Everything, all that kind of crap down below in the comment section. So I guess that's about it. Now you can sit back and hopefully enjoy this video. I had a lot of fun doing it, one of my favorite videos I've ever made. So yeah, that's it. Enjoy! So this is Monkey.
Hey.
This is my boss.
What's up?
He's my boss.
Back to work.
I gotta get back to work, but real quick, I know you don't play video games currently nowadays. What did you used to play though as a younger person?
You know what? My first console was an Intellivision. I don't know if anybody, you guys probably know what that is, but it had the disc and you slid in the little cards over the keypad and stuff. But
oh, the little inlays.
Yeah, they came with them, and then or if you lost them or they broke, you had to kind of guess the numbers.
Make your own.
Yeah, and then after that, I had an Atari, and one of my favorite games was the dragster game where you do the shifter.
Oh yeah.
On the joystick, like back, and then
2600 was my first system.
Yeah, it was the big cartridges went in the, and then my next favorite. And that same console was a game called Adventure.
Yes.
Oh, I love that. That was the biz naive kid.
And I think the last thing you had was a Dreamcast, but
yeah, but I didn't really play that much. I like the fishing because it had
the little fishing rod reel.
Yeah, because it had it vibrated when you caught a fish, and he was like, "Woo!"
I'm gonna get him to play more games at some point.
Hey.
Aaron from Avenged Sevenfold, almost poked you in the eye, sorry. Drummer for Avenged Sevenfold, what games do you currently play?
Currently, I play Black Ops 2.
When you're at home?
Yeah.
How about out on the road?
On the road, I play a lot more handheld games, like I'm playing Clash of Clans, Boom Beach.
What's Boom Beach?
Boom Beach is it's also made by Clash of Clans, so it's the same, kind of the same concept, but it's instead of a medieval setting, it's more of a World War II, D-Day beach setting kind of thing.
So a goofy name, but serious gameplay?
Right.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Very serious. I'm never smiling when I play it.
And are you playing a lot out on the road? Is that something you're frequently doing?
Yeah, in between every conversation. As soon as we're done with this, I'm going to jump straight on the Boom Beach.
It's actually sitting on the couch behind us, you can't see it. Well, thank you, man.
Yeah.
I am here with Waylon from Mushroomhead. No mask on right now, but he is one of probably the biggest video game people out on the tour. Show him some of your tats. We got Kratos right there, and then we got Triforce right on the chest, right in the heart. Obviously, like Zelda, what are you playing out on the road?
Right now, I got the new Mario Kart 9, new Mario Kart for Wii U. I got it in my bunk. I've got a Link Between Worlds. I've got my PSP, which I've got the God of War collection out with me. I got Borderlands 2. Right now, nothing really. I got my PS4 and my Xbox One at home, so I'm really not playing Titanfall or The Last of Us or
none of the online stuff.
Anything like that right now. Right now, it's all Nintendo. Nintendo is my traveling buddy.
That's awesome. Do you keep it all in a certain case? That's a lot of systems.
No, man. I just kind of I got my Wii U lined up on the edge of my bunk, and I got my Vita and my 3DS all in my little pouch. So you know how it is living on a bus.
Definitely. Well, thank you very much, man. Can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm here with Ice-T right now.
Yeah.
I want to know what type of video games you're into.
Well, I'm pretty much, everybody knows I've been a gamer. I say a lot of people say games are for nerds, but most musicians spend most of our time on the back of a tour bus, and they always got a gaming console. So I started out playing Resident Evil. That was my first. There it is. That was my first, shooter, a survival horror. I got into that. And you know, recently I'm heavy Call of Duty. I got a clan called SMG.
Awesome.
Do I got the thing on? You ready to go?
We're both representing right now.
SMG, Sex, Money, and Guns. That's my clan on Call of Duty. But right now we're going through console changes, you know, because
Xbox One, PS4.
Right, some of my guys, we play Xbox because Xbox gives them to me free because I was in
that helps.
Gears of War,
okay,
a few of their games. So we stopped playing. We couldn't, you know, it kind of got weird because some people got 360, somebody got Xbox One. So since then, I've been playing Titanfall.
A lot of people playing that right now.
What's the game with the hacker that kind of has the
Watch Dogs?
Watch Dogs. That has a Grand Theft Auto engine in it.
Yeah, kind of feels.
Yeah, I've been playing that, but now we're out on the tour and we get back to Xbox One on the tour bus. We actually been playing Dead Rising 2, the old
Killing
Dead
some
Rising.
zombies.
Yeah, just having fun, you know. Just, I mean, you know, gaming is cool for me because it relaxes me, because it takes my mind off my problems. It makes me think about the character's problem.
Puts your problem, you can't think of yours because you're thinking of their problem.
Exactly,
Gotcha.
exactly. So it's relaxing for me, and there's nothing that eats up time like gaming.
Hell yeah.
Nothing. I always said if they put gaming in prison, the guy would get 25 years and
he'd be fine.
They'd be like, okay, you can go home. He's like, hold up, I gotta finish this level. I gotta finish this level.
I got that. Well, thank you very much, man, for talking to us.
Keep gaming.
Mr. Brian. Sorry to wake you. What video games did you used to play when you were a little boy?
I used to play Atari. I had an Atari arcade game in my house next to my pool table.
Oh, that's sweet.
I was spoiled. Well, we weren't rich, but my dad like owned a gas station, so he had an arcade game hookup.
What did you play the most of?
Donkey Kong, Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man, Centipede.
You said you didn't play very many games.
Not lately. You got to have a college degree to be able to work these new games. And then I started playing Mario Brothers and all that.
Okay.
How about, remember Pitfall?
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, that was awesome.
That was your shit?
Yeah.
I'm here with Danny, singer for Asking Alexandria, and his lovely girlfriend, Marky. And they are playing some Rush 2049 now.
Getting old school.
Yeah.
Getting old school.
I was asking Danny, do you play video games? He's like, no. And then I literally walk around the fucking corner and they're playing video games.
Well, none of these are like cool old school free play shit, so we figured we'd give it a go. Because she has a real big mouth like that.
Now, see, I didn't care that Danny didn't play video games because Danny's probably one of the funniest, coolest people on the tour.
It's true.
Yes.
I'm like really cool.
What did you say? What was your favorite video game you were playing just a little while ago?
A vagina.
Yeah. Sorry, Marky. But are you?
It's a complicated one.
Lots of buttons down there.
Yeah. It's weird.
What, as a kid though, what game do you think you played the most?
I love Hitman.
Hitman?
Because I just loved the free roam. I just shot a bunch of guns. Because when I was a kid, I wanted to be a sniper.
And then that turned into traveling around in a band.
Yeah. Then I'd be a horrible assassin now because everyone knows who I am.
All right. Well, thank you for letting me film you guys.
No problem. I just beat her on Buck Hunt, so I have to beat her on this too.
Oh yeah, there's some more free-to-play games over there. I am here with Stitch, that thing right there. The Viper Teeth from Mushroomhead. This guy fucking rides around on an inflatable Shamu killer whale out in the crowd. Fucking crazy. I was talking to Waylon from Mushroomhead earlier. He said he played some games, had some tattoos, but you also play video games.
Yes, sir.
What are you into?
Lately I've been big into the Titanfall, but out on tour we don't have a game system with us, so
Online's kind of hard to pick up.
Online's hard to pick up. That game is pretty fucking sweet. Before that I was pretty much addicted heavily to playing BioShock Infinite over and over again, which then caused me to then play BioShock 1 and 2 over and over again.
Hey, the Skyhook's fun.
Skyhook's badass.
It's awesome.
That franchise, hands down, is it's gotta be the best engulfing environment. Like emotionally, you get attached to it, and everything. When the final reveal came out and that final DLC on Infinite, it was like I literally almost started tearing up. It was like, oh my god! And everything came full circle. But
hopefully, the BioShock franchise continues. It's in a little bit of a weird space.
I'm friends with Ken Levine on Facebook, which is I'm that much of a nerd. The developer, but he pretty much folded the Irrational, and he's going back to making the small games. Basically, like, I hit my limits, and I'm just gonna do this. So I wish him the best of luck, but it does suck to hear that, you know, they're not gonna continue it. But then at the same time, what are they gonna do? You know,
it's such a huge franchise.
You can't go back to Rapture. You can't do the same thing.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I'm thinking maybe they can do something in space, or maybe they do something else. But I heard that 2K is gonna continue the BioShock stuff, and it might be okay because Ken Levine had nothing to do with BioShock 2, and I thought that one was a good one, but I am gonna miss, you know, that heavy involved storyline. Hopefully something else, you know, comes out on the market that'll strike my interest. The new Mortal Kombat looks fucking awesome.
It does. A little like In the Woods trailer they did. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I was 14 years old. My mom would drop me off at the arcade with quarters, you know, to play MK2. You know, waiting in an hour-long line. But yeah, seeing that franchise continue and get better and better, and they've gone more back to the roots, which is cool. They got rid of a lot of the weird, you know, stupidness that they had. But
and kicking it off with some new characters.
Yeah,
showing like 2 or 3 new characters right off the bat. Was cool.
It'll be interesting how they're going to take it to the next level. I'm really excited for that. Other than that, you know, any games that have, you know, a good story, good depth. You know, I'm not really too much into the stupid shooter game. You know, Call of Duty's okay for a while, but it gets really boring.
Me
really
either.
Fast,
I'm more of the horror and the
the
sci-fi shooters.
I want to play that. I've been seeing the trailer for a while for that. Was it Evil Within?
Oh my god!
That trailer, it looks sick as shit.
Creator of Resident Evil.
Yeah.
I'm definitely looking forward to that.
I'm really hoping that's going to be a good survival horror game that's got you going. Cause I like, you know, the old days, like the original Silent Hills, were like you'd be scared to. Yep, like this right here. You'd be scared to play that shit at night, you know, like that kind of stuff. But
hopefully he brings it back and really kind of revolts the survival horror franchise.
It's needed because, you know, everything else is this run and gun attitude, and I like that suspense builder. Like, what was that? I don't want to move any farther, and it's a video game, and I'm scared of it.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, thank you very much, Stitch, for talking to me.
Man.
And let's say bye to the mask. Woo! So Stitch just mentions, oh, by the way, I have a bunch of Silent Hill tattoos.
By the way, I'm such a nerd that I covered my arm full of my favorite video games, which up here is unfinished Silent Hill tattoo.
That's so awesome.
I still got to get the top colored in. I got the Mortal Kombat on the inner arm.
That's so fucking cool. Oh, an umbrella.
We got the Resident Evil, of course.
This is Matt from Trivium, and Matt and myself have a touring history. One of the first tours I ever did was actually with you guys, and I remember talking briefly about like Final Fantasy and video game stuff back then, but now it's, what, 7.5, 8 years later, and what have you been playing, or when you get a chance to play, what do you like?
My favorite series has always been Final Fantasy. Our intro and our outro is from the Final Fantasy VII Advent Children movie.
That's awesome.
I was playing video games before I could even really speak. I beat Mario 1 before I could fully speak English. Typical Japanese kid.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was really Final Fantasy was the main thing. There were brief stints where all I did was Modern Warfare. Like after the Final Fantasy era for me, I got into Modern Warfare and I played those always online.
That's a weird transition.
Yeah, very different.
Yeah.
So I was just obsessed with that online. But I always come back to Final Fantasy whenever there's time. That's always what I pay homage to for everything that I am as a video gamer.
As a gamer, yeah.
Yep, I own maybe 2 to 3 copies of every single one ever, but it stopped at a point. Around like 13, 14, I stopped collecting.
Okay.
But I have all the toys from Japan, the limited edition soda from Japan, all that stuff.
That's all the elixirs?
Yep. Yeah, I never drank them. I'm sure they're not very good for you. But
no. All right, what is your #1 Final Fantasy game?
7.
7. That's mine too, and mainly just because it wasn't my first one, but it was the first that made me go like, what the hell? You know, it was something different. It was something brand new. Just the world was so much different.
It has the best elements of everything before and everything after.
Yeah.
And then Solomon got a little too intense at the end. We're just like, that's not for me anymore. But for me, it's probably 7, 6, and 4.
Probably about the same for me. But thank you, man. Sorry, I'm getting lost in thought of Final Fantasy.
Yeah, I'm just remembering all the characters like Sabin's cabin, and we have to like go collect the fish on the beach and all that stuff.
Trying to get the fucking gold chocobo, or
that was so hard. When you have the black one in 4, and you're trying to fly through the forest, and I couldn't find it. I called the Nintendo helpline. I remember try to find it.
Help me out. Well, thank you very much, Matt, for talking to us.
Thank you very much. Good seeing you.
Ray Luzier, do you like video games at all?
I like video games. When I eat watermelon, but it's real good.
Alright, this is Matt from Avenged Sevenfold. Just had a show, but he's very gracious, giving me a little bit of time to answer a few questions. First one is, I read a little bit about a video game that you're making in a magazine. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, man. Making an action-adventure game. It's got a lot of old school tendencies because it's not about, it's a mobile game first off. It's got a lot of mobile games these days are all about, the upgrades and powering up.
Having to buy each item.
Yeah, and even if it's not in-app purchases, it's just all about getting your character more powerful, like the whole Diablo thing. And this game's not like that. This game's more of like I would consider it more like an old school Mario or Castlevania or a Zelda type game. So it's a game
adventure platformer-ish?
Yeah, totally. And we haven't really seen many games except like Oceanhorn and a couple others on the mobile sites.
Yeah.
So we're trying something new.
That's awesome. And then it's going to be related to Avenged Sevenfold, like the universe and stuff, right?
Yeah, it's related to Avenged Sevenfold. We've really kept our names off it. We really wanted to make a game that is respected by gamers, and we don't want to shove our band down your throat the whole time.
Gotcha. And when's that supposedly coming out, maybe?
May come out August 11th.
Oh, really soon then?
May come out. We're just waiting on a couple optimizations, and then we have Apple this week looking at it to give it the go-ahead.
Okay, very cool. One other question. What's some of your favorite games of all time?
Zelda is my favorite game, or my favorite
franchise.
Yeah. So I can go through all those games. But, I grew up on Mario Brothers. I got really into Mortal Kombat, the fighting games. I got really into first-person shooters. I love Treyarch editions of Call of Duty.
Okay.
I love Battlefield.
You guys did something with one of the Call of Duties, didn't you?
We've done stuff with both Treyarch games.
Okay.
We're actually in the credits at the end of Black Ops 2, and we actually play a show with all the characters of the game.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so we did, we did a bunch of motion capture and stuff, so it was great.
Very cool. Well, thank you very much for talking to us.
Cool, man. Thanks.
I'm here in a stairwell with Diego. I had to corner him the only time I could get him.
What's going on, guys?
From Ill Nino, and I'm interested, and everyone else is, what games, when you're not on tour, because you were saying on tour you're kind of busy, you don't have chance to play
we
games.
don't have a lot of time. Us as a band, I know a lot of the other guys do get some chances to play some games. Us right now, we don't have a system on the bus. But when we do, it's not my favorite, but everyone else's favorite. It's usually an Xbox One. I'm more of a PlayStation guy.
Okay.
My favorite kinds of games are I like the adventure games. I'm really into like Uncharted.
Yes.
That's one of my favorite games. I stick to the older stuff like God of War and stuff like that. And, I'm not totally into the online gameplay, probably because I suck.
Call of Duty multiplayer matches.
I love Call of Duty, but I'll play that on just the game mode. I can't go online because I'll suck at it, and I get really angry with some 15-year-old kids shooting me as soon as they're there. Yeah, exactly.
Laughing at you.
Then calling me some stupid name or rip the thing out the wall. I'm not really into that.
I used to break a lot of controllers playing Halo.
I'm a very calm dude, but I get angry, and then when I do, things break. But yeah, adventure games, like I said, Uncharted is one of my favorites. I know they're coming out with another one pretty soon.
Looks like it has some pirate themes to it.
Yeah. So that's actually one of my favorites. And also because it's a very long game. It doesn't take me, a day or two.
Yeah.
And I like to take my time. I love the puzzles. I love everything about the game, And supposedly there's going to be a movie. We'll see if it ever is.
There's a movie for every game that sells like a million copies.
And it's usually not good.
Yeah.
But yeah, adventure games usually my favorite. War games, obviously. Who doesn't like those? Online, I suck. Don't even ask me to play with you.
I haven't played online for probably 2 years now.
Okay.
I'm more of a solo. I like playing with myself.
And if you're asking me to play those fantasy games on the computer, fuck yourself. I hate that shit. I know many people who waste their lives on that, who...
Like Warcraft or something?
Don't even bring it up, man. I know people whose marriages are in trouble because of that game.
Well, luckily I don't. I don't have time. Just like you, we're out on tour, so no time for that.
No time.
Thank you, man.
Thank you, man.
Yep.